You've almost made it, Buckeyes. The end of the semester is near.
We're going to talk all things graduation, part-time jobs, internships, and more.
It's all next on Buckeye TV.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Preston Shields.
And I'm Millie Stanhope, and you are watching the Gray edition of Buckeye TV News.
Coming up, we'll be covering Ohio State graduation and what Buckeyes are rushing to do before they walk across the stage.
We will also hear Ohio State students' opinions on clothing costs and learn about campus cleanup efforts. With just 30 days until spring commencement, Ohio State students anticipating graduation are reflecting back on their favorite memories and what they are excited for in the remaining weeks. Mary Callahan has more with this story.
As the final weeks of the semester wind down, many Ohio State seniors are making the most from their time left on campus. From long-standing traditions to personal bucket list items, I asked graduating students what's left on their Buckeye list before they say goodbye to Ohio State. What are some of your must-do items still left on your college bucket list?
With the last month of school coming to an end, I'm looking forward to the senior bar crawl on April 29th. My friends and I are doing the dining hall crawl, which is going to all the different dining halls on campus and eating there. And then also trying to hit as many sporting events that we can, baseball, lacrosse, while they're still free.
A must-do experience for the rest of my senior year is definitely spring block. I'm so excited to do block one last time with my best friends.
Looking back, what's been the most memorable experience you've checked off so far?
I would say the most memorable part is just being a part of the Big Ten Nation, specifically through our 2025 national championship win and just coming together to celebrate.
The most memorable experience of all of college was going to Las Vegas with not only my best friends, but my whole entire grade. It was the most fun experience ever, and I'll always remember it.
If you had one piece of advice for an underclassman coming into Ohio State about how to make the most of their experience, what would it be?
I would just say do everything you can. Ohio State offers a lot of events and experiences for students to do for free. Again, like the sporting events, clubs, concerts. Go to as many things as you can, meet as many people as you can.
I'd say take every opportunity, never say no to anything because it's going to go by way faster than you expect.
It's clear that Buckeyes cherish their time here at Ohio State. And for seniors, these last few weeks are all about making lasting memories. Whether it's one final game or a walk across campus, each moment counts. From Buckeye TV, I'm Mary Callahan.
For some of our graduates, this will be the first time that they're able to walk the stage in a typical fashion. We all remember the impact that COVID-19 had on the graduating high school class of 2020. From drive-through graduations to virtual ceremonies, and some no graduations at all. We take this time to remind graduates to take in this once-in-a-lifetime experience. As Ohio State seniors count down the days to graduation, many are facing one final decision: what to wear for the big day. From classic white to bold colors, students are showing off their style in different ways. Buckeye TV reporter Jessica Barboza has more.
Graduation season is right around the corner, and for many Ohio State senior girls, this means choosing the right dress to go under your cap and gown. But how do you pick? And what trends are trending? And does it have to be white?
I have picked out my grad dress. My grad dress is going to be it has a boat neck neckline, and it's going to be like this mini dress. Honestly, I haven't been influenced by many trends. I think I kind of based my dress off of something timeless and something that I'm going to like in the next 10 to 20 years that I can look back on and not be like, why did I pick that?
Looking at local data found in the 2023 Central Ohio Textile and Fashion Waste Report, Gen Z and millennials are more likely to buy new clothes secondhand, so it's no surprise that they might prioritize classic styles over more trendy ones.
Yes, I have picked out a grad dress. I have like a mid-length silk dress, which I feel like is super in right now, like the silky and it's strapless.
Whether the dress should be white or not is a different story.
Do I think it needs to be white? No, I don't think it needs to be white at all. I have a dress in white. I'm also wearing a dress in black. I think it's honestly your preference. I like black dresses more, so that's why I got that one for like my like professional photos, especially since like I'd like to wear like my stole, which is in red, and I feel like it's a good contrast.
I don't know, actually. I actually think they need to be white. I don't know why. That's just like a preset notion in my head. My high school graduation dress was white. I feel like all I've ever seen are pictures of people in white dresses.
No matter what style you choose, one thing is for certain. Graduation is all about celebrating you, so make sure you choose a style that you feel comfortable in. Commencement this year is on May 4th. I hope to see you there. This is Jessica Barboza reporting for Buckeye TV.
Coming up next on Buckeye TV, we'll be learning about the OSU 2025 undergraduate selection government elections.
Additionally, we will be learning about updates to Senate Bill 1. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Buckeye Blitz, Inside the Action, where we take you behind the scenes of sports production at Ohio State University. Here at OSU, we're not just capturing the game, we're creating an experience. From prepping scripts to coordinating live shots, every moment is a team effort. But it's not all work and no play. Behind every great production is a team that knows how to have fun while learning. Join us as we dive into the world of sports production at Ohio State University, where passion meets creativity and every game is a chance to shine.
Senate Bill 1 has been signed into law. With the previous protests across campus, it is clear that some students are not happy about this. Buckeye TV reporter Darian has more on this.
Governor Mike DeWine has officially signed Senate Bill 1 into law. This law directly affects Ohio State along with every other public university throughout the state of Ohio. Let's see how Ohio State students feel about this law passing. This law will prevent scholarships based off of diversity, will ban faculty strikes, along with prohibiting higher education institutes from speaking on controversial political matters. How do you feel about Senate Bill 1 passing into law?
Yeah, I think I'm really disappointed about it. I think that it just kind of shows that the people who are in the higher powers don't really care for everyone, especially at Ohio State.
When the bill was first proposed, students went out to protest. More protests are sure to follow. What do you think the future of Ohio State is going to look like?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm a little nervous to find out. I hope it doesn't really affect my classes, but I'm scared that it might. I'm just like a little worried, especially being in the College of Arts and Sciences, what that's going to look like.
No matter what the future looks like for The Ohio State University, this is Darian Ippolito for Buckeye TV.
The Ohio State University undergraduate student government elections were held from March 3rd to March 5th, 2025. USG serves as the primary representative for undergraduate students, advocating for student interests, allocating funds to student organizations, and working to enhance the overall student experience on campus. As of April 3rd, the official results of the elections have not been announced. For the latest updates and information on when the winners will be revealed, please visit the USG website at usg.osu.edu.
At Ohio State University, many students are hustling for more than just good grades. They're working part-time jobs and internships to gain experience and take steps towards financial independence. Reporter Jennifer Zhang has the story.
With rising tuition and living costs, students at Ohio State are finding creative ways to earn an income while pursuing their degrees. Now, let's meet some of them.
I'm a student manager at Moral Tower Dining Service, and my duty at Moral Tower Dining is managing student staffs and helping the full-time management teams to operate the entire catering systems.
So as a student manager, what have you observed about how part-time work impacts students' academic performance and well-being?
I think working part-time for OSU really helps new students, especially freshmen and sophomores, to gain lots of working experience and making more friends. And also, I believe from my own experience, I think in freshman year, you got a lot of free time. It's time to enjoy your college and it's time to explore new stuff. Though I think working for the dining service really helps you create a positive feedback of your life.
Could you tell us a little about your part-time job?
Yeah, I work as a tax intern at a tax company which is called H&R Block.
Have you faced any challenges juggling both schoolwork and your internship, and how do you handle them?
Yeah, I would say sometimes it's a little bit struggling when balancing my coursework and also my part-time or like my internship because I have to go twice per week to my office and it's in person, it's not remote, it's not hybrid. So whatever, I will just let my manager know what my schedule is, what my course schedule is, and we can see what time, like probably in Tuesday, I don't have class on Tuesday, so I can go into office on Tuesday, and sometimes if it's like too busy, I'll also go on work on weekend. It's just, I feel like mainly is communications. Like you really need to communicate well with your manager and let him know that what your schedule looks like and how, like what are the things that is coming up in your life. And if there's a lot of things in your plate at that time, you should, like communication is really important. Just make sure to communicate well with your manager and also make sure you know what your priority is.
While balancing school and work can be tough, the experiences often proves invaluable. As more students take on jobs to support themselves, we could find the hustle is real, but so is the determination to succeed. This is Jennifer Jen reporting for BuckeyeTV.
Health experts are warning students about a quademic as COVID-19, flu, RSV, and norovirus continue to spread. Doctors say being exposed to multiple viruses at once can weaken the immune system, making symptoms more severe. They recommend students stay home if they're sick, practice good hygiene, and consider wearing masks in crowded areas.
The spring 2025 commencement at OSU is approaching on May 4th, and thousands of alumni of OSU will be searching for internships and jobs. Fortunately for alumni, internships and jobs are available at Procter & Gamble. Buckeye TV reporter Kaylee Mosolino virtually visited the P&G headquarters to learn about internships and jobs at the company.
P&G is an American multinational consumer good company. Examples of popular brands owned by the company include Tide, Pampers, Gillette, Crest, and Olay. I virtually visited the P&G headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio to interview a past intern and present employee of 11 months about her experiences prior to the company and at the company, resume, CV, and interviews for the company.
How do you format your resume and / CV?
So my resume, I used the standard Fisher template that you can find on Fisher's website. I just kind of downloaded those templates and chose which one that I preferred and put all of my information on there.
How did you prepare for your interviews?
So one thing to note is I come from a P&G family, so I already had a decent amount of background on P&G as a whole and the culture. But aside from that, I made sure I read through the different job descriptions, read through some top level of the website just so I understood more of P&G's background and values. And then besides that, I just got ready to take the different assessments.
What business experience and or additional relevant experience have you gained?
So I've been with P&G for 9 months. I feel like I've gotten 9 months full time, 6 more months if you include my 2 internships. But aside from, like during full time, I guess, I've gained a lot of different experience by working cross-functionally, worked on a lot of different projects. I feel like there's a lot of different sides to purchasing, and I feel like between the 2 internships and the full-time experience, I've gotten to touch on a lot of the different roles that you can have in purchasing. But some of my favorite has just been working with different teams, with different people and different teams in the company.
In the case that you, a family member, or friend are searching for an internship or job, P&G, the website for available internships and jobs, is pgcareers.com. This is Kaylee Mosolino reporting for Buckeye TV News.
The Moving Image Production Senior Showcase is coming up on April 16th and 17th. This event shows off the seniors' short films they have made to capstone their time at OSU. It will be held from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on both days in the Wexner Center for the Arts and is completely free to the public. Still ahead, there's only around a month left until the end of this semester, and this year's commencement will be held on May 4th. Congratulations to all of the graduates.
All this and more when we come back.
Ever wonder what is beyond the Ohio State campus area in downtown Columbus? Ever wanted to see one of the largest collections of early television equipment in the world? Well, Columbus Connection has you covered as we head to some of the go-to destinations on the west side of Columbus to give you the ultimate Columbus connection. We'll see parks, museums, bars, arcades, and some popular restaurants. All this and more on the next episode of Columbus Connections, exclusively on Buckeye TV.
As the weather warms up and the hopes are high, one group is calling on the OSU students to join them in an effort to clean the campus and keep it green.
On campus, it is everybody's responsibility to make sure that we are clean and as sustainable as possible. Time for Change is a student-led organization that is trying to do just that, starting this Saturday with the Olentangy River cleanup. Change Week contains many different ways of getting involved in sustainability, helping unhoused individuals, change panels, programs, and recycling station all take part in this week's activities. Time for Change is kicking off its 9th annual Change Week, starting with April 5th's Olentangy River cleanup. Cleanup crews will meet at the Archie Griffin statue Saturday morning, then make their way down to the river line to clean up trash.
I believe cleaning the world is very beneficial for us as a species because not only do we eliminate our carbon footprint, but we can reduce the emissions in the air.
Time for Change aims to match the motto of Ohio State and be a leader in sustainability for the community. Lowering our emissions by riding bikes and scooters that are readily available on campus are some of the ways that we can do our part. Time for Change hopes that you will dedicate your time to building a more sustainable future for all of us on campus. This week, if you find yourself having nothing to do and want to volunteer and get out and help, make sure you contact Time for Change and see what you can do to do your part. For Buckeye TV 19, this is Preston Shields. A Columbus student had to use a knife as a car key after thieves stole her Hyundai and drained its gas. Lainey Harris, a third-year marketing student, found her car abandoned just blocks from her home. Since the thieves hot-wired it with a knife, she had to do the same until repairs were made. Car thieves are on the rise with over 60 reported since January, an 88% increase from last year. CPD advises using steering wheel locks and parking in well-lit areas to deter thieves. Spring is in the air, and that means farmers markets are getting ready to reopen for the season. Do you want to learn about a nonprofit market where you can get fresh produce, plants, and specialty foods this year? Reporter Millie Stanhope has the story.
I'm at the Hope Through Housing Farmers Market, located just a short drive from the Ohio State University campus. They have officially reopened for the 2025 season, and I'm here to show you what this market has to offer. Hope Through Housing Market is a part of a nonprofit organization, and all of their proceeds go towards a substance abuse recovery program.
We're absolutely free, so as long as someone's over 18 and they want to change their life, they are free to come in. And they live in Columbus, they work every day. It's like a life program. We're not only teaching them to be sober, we're teaching them to get up every day, go to work, be clean, shower, wash our clothes, live with other people, be responsible. We are funded primarily through our businesses instead of insurance, instead of taxpayer dollars. So one of the businesses that we run is the farm market. It's actually the first business we started, but we should start seeing produce probably Mother's Day. That's when our plants can go outside too. So right now we have jams, meats, cheeses, all sorts of stuff.
Do you have a favorite product from?
Oh, tomatoes. Tomatoes. For sure. That's I buy probably 1 tomato a day because they're outside grown. I could eat them like an apple. But I love sweet corn, cantaloupe, peaches. I love Ohio strawberries, even though the window's really narrow. The stuff that we have now, I love the baked goods and the chicken, all the eggs, all of it's really good.
There's a lot to look forward to this year at Hope Through Housing Market. Consider stopping by if you'd like to buy fresh local products and support your local community. This is Millie Stanhope reporting for Buckeye TV. Reading Day is coming up sooner than you think. This semester it will occur on Tuesday, April 22nd. Here are some events to take advantage of. OUAB is hosting free breakfast on Reading Day from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It's located in the Performance Hall of the Ohio Union. At noon, Nike will set up shop in the Archie M. Griffin Ballroom with free fitness classes, spa services, and much more. If you're looking for something to do in the evening, there will be a free showing of We Live in a Time in the U.S. Bank Conference Theater at 7 p.m. Don't forget your Buck ID for entry into these events.
It is notable that the cost to manufacture a piece of clothing and the price you end up paying for it is different. Also, buying cloth from different channels will result in different prices. So, where do OSU students usually buy clothes, and what do they think of the prices? Buckeye TV reporter Fan has a story.
Clothing price has become a debatable topic for a long time. Today we're going to interview two OSU students and see how they shop for clothes differently and what do they think of the pricing. Where do you usually buy clothes?
I usually buy clothes at my hometown, China. I barely buy clothes here. And there's no specific brand I'm looking for while buying the clothes. I just go storing the shopping apps and looking for some clothes looks fashionable and nice.
I usually thrift most of my clothes. I go to either like Goodwill or thrift. Occasionally I'll get them from other places, but that's my usual.
After knowing where they usually buy clothes, let's see how much the clothes they're wearing now cost and see if there are any differences.
I'd say they're probably between like $5 to a bit more. These pants I actually bought from a real store. So I think these were like $50, but this shirt is thrifted probably like $5. My jewelry is all like $2. Shoes I think are also thrifted for like $15.
This outfit, I bought it in China and its price in RMB is around 800 RMB and in US dollars it's around $100.
Now let's see, what do they think of the general pricing methods?
Some thrift stores have started to charge more, and I think that's just because it's kind of become more popular, so there's, I guess, more demand for like nice thrifted clothes and also inflation.
I think the clothes price is based on its design and the texture, but I think most of the is impacted by its brand.
There's like traditional retailers that price comes from. Well, I think is the parts of production.
To my clothes I bought, of course, is as a premium.
It is notable that there are different ways for people to buy clothes. Hope everyone can find their own way to shop for clothes and pay a price they consider reasonable. For Buckeye TV and Family.
That's all we have for today's great edition of Buckeye TV News. I'm Millie Stanhope.
And I'm Preston Shields. We'll see you next time on Channel 19 for all your Ohio State campus news. OH.
IO.